Welcome everybody. I'm Antonietta, and today's class is a 30-minute yoga practice where we focus on stress relief. So far, this is one of my favorite sequence and scripts where we use nature-based guided imagery to help decrease stress. So hop on board as we embark on this mini vacation. Together, we meet on the next. Let's get started standing at the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose Tadasana. Stand tall, arms resting by your sides, palms facing forward. Draw energy upwards into your body, starting from your feet. As you inhale, imagine a gentle breeze caressing your body. And as you exhale, see if you can remember how the warmth of the sun kissing your skin feels. Let's sail away together on a little hiatus. Here we go. Bend at the knees, raise the hands up overhead, palms to touch, then dive on into a standing forward fold. Let the head grow heavy and loose here. Bend your knees as much as feels good to you. On your next inhale, lift up halfway, flat back and shoulders tug back and away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach for the sky, spread the fingers, press into your foundation, big stretch. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, dive down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Coming into tabletop pose, plant your palms, step one foot back and then the other, and gently lower the knees. Align the wrists directly under the shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. Middle fingers are pointing directly forward. From here, we're going to jump right on into dolphin pose. Lower your elbows to the floor directly beneath your shoulders. Keep your forearms parallel to each other and to the side edges of your mat. Distribute your weight evenly across both forearms. Tuck your toes and lift your knees off the floor as you are coming into down dog. Hips rotate up and away. Keep your knees bent as you lengthen your spine. Gently begin to straighten your legs. Weight is evenly distributed throughout the front and the back body. Your torso and legs should resemble the shape of an A. Draw your shoulder blades into your upper back ribs and towards your tailbone. Widen across the collarbones, gaze towards your navel or between the legs. Let's take some nice deep cleansing inhales and some nice deep cleansing exhales. This is a fantastic alternative to downward facing dog for those of you who suffer from wrist pain or carpal tunnel. As you feel the physical benefits, with continued practice, you will also see the physical benefits. Some of the not so apparent benefits include relief from headaches, insomnia, fatigue, and mild depression, improved memory and concentration, relief from stress and anxiety, improved digestion, relief from back pain, prevention of osteoporosis, relief from sinuses, asthma, flat feet, and menstrual discomfort. So many benefits. Be sure you're not holding your breath, but breathing deep and consciously. This pose and all the yoga asanas are a great way to challenge your muscles and your mind. The body thrives on change and is made to move in all sorts of ways. A daily yoga practice might bring you joy, as if you're already in your own private vacation or hiatus, as you discover the freedom in movement, just like our friendly creatures of the sea, the dolphins. Let's stay here for a few more breaths, breathing deep and consciously. To release, exhale as you gently bend your knees and come back to all fours, tabletop. Knit the knees together and press back into child pose, balasana. Join me now on an excursion or mini adventure of self-discovery. See if you can find out how you feel. Are you feeling anxious or calm? Is your breathing shallow or deep? Research shows that a daily yoga practice can improve the psychological conditions for monitoring and managing stress and negative emotions, increase positive emotions, and help mental balance. But the only real way to know for sure is to try it for yourself, and you decide. In your own time, make your way to tabletop. From here, we're going to come into plank pose. Option to come onto your forearms to release pressure off the wrists. Step one foot back and then the other, plank pose. Inhale, long straight line from crown to heels. From here, we're going to come into a side plank variation. Drop your right knee to the floor, roll to the inside edge of your left foot. Push away from the mat with your right hand or forearm. Left arm extends up. Pause and breathe here. If you're up for it and you want to add a little more fire in the core, lean and shift your weight into your right knee and right hand. Lift the left leg and let it hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and reset. Left hand comes down to the floor as you rotate your torso forward and make your way back to plank pose. Take an inhale. And on an exhale, lower down to your belly. Tops of the feet press down on the mat. Inhale, cobra, chest shines forward, elbows squeeze back. Exhale, release down, forehead to the mat. Inhale, push back up to plank. Option to push off from the palms or forearms. And now let's come into modified side plank on the opposite side. This time, drop your left knee to the floor and roll to the inside edge of your right foot. Push away from the mat with your left hand or forearm. Right arm extends up. Pause and breathe here. When you're ready, let's make this vacation worth it and add a little heat. Lean and shift your weight onto your left knee and left hand. Lift the right leg and let it hover for 5, 4, 3, you got this, 2, and 1. Send it all the way back to plank. When you get there, take a nice deep inhale. And on an exhale, make our way to down dog once again on our palms or forearms. On your next breath, gently lower the knees down, coming into tabletop. Keep your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Slowly bring your right knee forward, close to your right hand. Straighten your left leg, allowing it to rest on the mat or towel. Shift your weight onto your right thigh. Forehead comes down or towards the mat. Pigeon pose. Allow your arms to extend out in front of you. Option to stack your palms or fists under your forehead. Inhale. And sink deeper on the exhale. Slowly shift your weight from side to side for a more intense stretch that also targets the front of the left hip crease. Breathe deep here. Slowly come up on the hands and let's make some waves and jump on into mermaid pose. Slowly bend your left leg, toes are pointed. Reach your left arm up and back in a rainbow effect to grasp hold of the top of your foot, placing your thumb on the sole. Rotate your left hand so that the palm presses on the top of the toes. Gently bring the foot closer to your torso, then guide the left foot into the crease of your left elbow. Lengthen through the spine, rainbow your right arm up and overhead, bending your elbow to clasp your left hand. Pause and breathe here and slightly gaze up. To come out of the pose, release your hands, lower your left leg towards the mat, and when you're ready, make your way back to tabletop, and let's repeat on the opposite side. Left knee comes forward close to your left hand, straighten your right leg, allowing it to rest on the mat. Shift your weight onto your left thigh, forward comes down or towards the mat. Allow your arms to extend in front of you, or you can stack palms or fists and let your forehead rest there. As you exhale, sink deeper into the stretch. Let go of each negative emotion as it surfaces and embrace the feeling of release. Rock a little side to side here. Using mindful and conscious movement, or as Adrian Mishler says, move like you love yourself. As we splash on into mermaid pose, this time on the right side, slowly bend your right leg, toes are pointed. Reach your right arm up and back in a rainbow effect to grasp hold of the top of your right foot. Placing your thumb on your sole, rotate your right hand so that the palm presses on the top of the toes. Gently guide the foot closer to the torso or the side body, then guide the right foot into the crease of your right elbow. Lengthen through the spine and rainbow your right arm up and overhead, bending your elbow to clasp your left hand. Take some nice quality breaths here. To come out of the pose, release your hands, lower your left leg towards the mat or towel, and gently guide your way back to tabletop. Option to come onto the forearms here as we make our way to down dog. Curl the toes under, peel the hips up and back, where we'll meet in downward facing dog. Mindfully make your way to the front of the mat. You can skip, hop, swim, walk, you choose. Once you get there, inhale, reach for the sky, spread your fingers, press into your feet, your foundation, a nice big stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, step one foot back and then the other, plank pose. Gently lower the knees, coming into tabletop position. From here, let's check out camel pose, because we may see some camels on our vacation or adventure. No pun intended here. It all depends on where you're heading. Or you can trust me to guide you, your lovely, humble travel guide. Or better yet, trust yourself as you let your imagination run free as you escape on this magical journey with me. You choose. Option to pad the knees with a blanket or double up on your yoga mat if needed. Otherwise, bring the hands to the back of the waist, loop the shoulders forward, up and back, tailbone lengthens down. You can use your thumbs along the back side of your lower back to guide you forward and back. Inner thighs are engaged and squeezing into the midline. Open the chest and press firmly into the tops of the feet. Hips shift forward as you begin to lean back. Hug the elbows together and reach down to grab your heels or blocks. Inhale, inner thighs continue to squeeze together. Gaze is up or back, and breathe deep. To come out of the posture, bring one hand back to the back waist, then the other. Tuck the chin, then slowly roll up. Knit the thighs together, sit back on the heels, then cave into child pose. Forehead to the mat, rest the arms alongside, fingertips towards heels. Let the shoulders grow heavy here. Such a nice counter stretch, and so much more. Child pose has been found to increase levels of neurotransmitter gamma-aminobutyric acid, also known as GABA, in the brain, which reduces anxiety while also lowering levels of circulating cortisol with continued practice. Let's take a couple breaths here and just let go, let the nutrients settle in for a moment, finding space or more room in between our thoughts. Slowly make your way back up, swing your legs over to either side and extend them in front of you. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the waist, flat back, think up and over like a rainbow and fold. Bend your knees as much as you like here. Listen to the sound of your breath. Maybe you want to explore a little ujjayi or ocean breath here. For those of you who aren't familiar with ujjayi breath, it's when you create a soft restriction in your throat. You can achieve this by pretending to fog a mirror, or you might try to raise your tongue to the roof of your mouth to generate an ocean-like sound. When you're able to control the throat on both the inhale and the exhale, you can close the mouth and begin breathing through just the nose. What a nice little private escape. Let's mindfully roll all the way back up, reaching the arms up and then place them down by your sides for Dandasana or staff pose. Following this, you're welcome to hop on board and come into boat pose or Navasana. Bend your knees, lean back to balance on your sit bones. Feel the lift through the low belly. Lengthen through the spine, chest is lifted. Moving from center, lift your legs up. Feet are in line with your knees. Fingertips reach forward, straighten your legs and point your toes. All aboard? Let's throw in the anchor and breathe for a count of 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down, coming down onto our backs. Bring the soles of the feet together, coming into reclined butterfly or cobbler pose. Breathe into the hips. If this is too much for you, option to place yoga blocks on the outer sides of the thighs. Extend your legs out long. Breathe, and on an inhale, hug your knees to your chest. Bring the arms through the insides of the knees and hold onto the outside edge of each foot, coming into happy baby pose. Slightly tuck the chin to the chest and press the heels up and pull back with the arms, creating a resistance. Shoulders, neck, and back press down into the mat. You can rock your baby a little side to side here if that feels good. Also, you can extend one leg and then the other. Breathe and enjoy. Carefully release the grip, arms rest along sides as the legs slowly lower and extend out long. Squeeze your right knee into your chest, left heel is pressing firmly into the ground. Guide your right knee over to the left side for a supine twist. You might need to shift your hips a little here. Look to your right, keep the shoulders flat or towards the mat. Close the eyes and relax into the posture. Let gravity pull the knee down. Breathe in expansion, breathe out contraction. Guide your knee back to center, giving it one last squeeze. Extend the legs out long and switch. Squeeze your left knee to your chest. Right heel presses firmly into the mat or towel. Shift the hips and carefully allow your left knee over to your right side. Option to bring your head to gaze in the opposite direction, if that feels good to you. You can close your eyes here. Send your breath down to your low back and melt into the stretch. Sometimes the most productive thing we can do for ourselves and for others is to relax. So let's do just that. When you're ready, guide your knee back to center, giving it one last squeeze. And then lower and extend the leg out long. Coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Arms rest along your side, palms face up or wherever feels comfortable for you. Windshield wiper the feet left to right. And gently close your eyes and take the deepest breath you've taken all day. We're all laying on the beach, or find your safe place. Allow your body to become heavy and soft on the mat. Relax all the muscles in your face and in your body. Let your head grow heavy here. Find stillness. Give yourself permission to sit in silence for a little while. If you have time to lay in Shavasana a little longer, feel free. Or else, bring your hands together at your heart. Let's remind ourselves how blessed we are to be able to carve out time for today's practice. It's a privilege to be here. It's an honor for you to trust me to guide you, to trust yourself. Know who you are, and let that be your guide. I leave you with the famous quote by Gautama Buddha. Accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. I hope you enjoyed our mini escape. Thank you for sharing your valuable time with me, and most importantly, for making time for yourself. May you continue to embark on your own adventure or self-care journey on your terms and on your destination of choice. Happy and safe travels. Take good care. Namaste.